Well, hello and how are you? Hey friends, welcome to the Shin Show. I am your host, Citadel Briscoe, coming to you from right here in where else but St. Charles, Missouri. Hey, you know what? Today is Friday, May the 21st, 2021. Got a happy birthday shout out going out to Dana Jannings. And so without further ado, here's birthday song for you. Hey Dana, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. So happy birthday, I'ma say. There's a muscle spasm coming your way. I'm hoping that you're not suffering the ones I'm suffering today. I said, hey Dana, hey, I heard it's your birthday today. Why, that's another trip around the sun that you made. I hope you're enjoying your very special day because, well, it's your happy birthday day. Hey, Dana, hope you get enjoying my fun because you know you're my number one. Hey, alrighty, Dana. Happy birthday to you and many, many, many more. Hey, alright, how about some Shin Show Life shout-outs? Those are folks that like or love the Shin Show. How about Marianne Williams Briscoe, Jamie O'Driscoll, and my pokey pal Amanda Sue Little, and Belinda Willis. That's right. Those are my two pokey pals. Alrighty then. Looks like it's time for our local weather, and the temperature outside is 86 degrees right now. Yep. Yes, sirree. It's going to be brought to you today by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church, located at 2054 Campus Drive in St. Charles, Missouri, 63301. Refreshing Word Fellowship Church has services at 11 a.m. on Sundays and prayer services on Wednesdays at 1:30 to 2:30 p.m. Don't forget to stop by Refreshing Word Fellowship Church for your religious experiences, located at 2054 Campus Drive, St. Charles, Missouri, 63301, opposite side of the street from St. Andrew's Plaza. Alright, here we go. What the forecast for this 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area. Cloudy with low temperatures dipping down around 67 degrees overnight for the remainder of the night. And St. Charles here, when the winds are going to be south to southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. And tomorrow, Saturday, May the 22nd, overcast skies with highs around 86 degrees Fahrenheit. 86 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be light and variable and with partly cloudy skies. Lows around 64 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be light and variable. And so Sunday, May 23rd, intervals of clouds and sunshine. Highs are going to be around 88 degrees Fahrenheit with winds southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Partly cloudy skies overnight with low temperatures around 65 degrees Fahrenheit with winds light and variable. Then for Monday, May the 24th, partly cloudy skies with high temperatures around 89 degrees. Winds are going to be out of the southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Considerable cloudiness overnight with low temperatures dipping down around 68 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Tuesday, May the 25th, mostly cloudy skies, a stray shower here and there, and then thunderstorms are quite possible. High temperatures around 85 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be out of the southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Partly to mostly cloudy with scattered showers overnight. Thunderstorms are going to be developing later. 68 degrees Fahrenheit and winds are going to be south to southwest at 10 to 15 miles per hour. Chances of rain 50%. And then Wednesday, for your final day of our 5-day forecast, scattered thunderstorms, highs around 81 degrees Fahrenheit, with winds west to southwest at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 40%. Variable clouds with a slight chance of thunderstorms overnight. Low temperatures around 66 degrees Fahrenheit. Winds are going to be southeast at 5 to 10 miles per hour. Chances of rain 30%. And that, my friends, wraps up your 5-day forecast for the St. Charles viewing area, brought to you today by Janie. Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. That's right, Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie. Well, we've got the holidays coming up, or any day, any special occasion that you might have, and you might want some decorations. Why, go to Jamie's Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie on Facebook and take a look at her Facebook page. Peruse all the items that she has made in previous times, so that you get an idea of what she can do. She can do nearly anything. It's not just wreaths, my friends. And I say seasonal, that's not just Christmas. Boy, I tell you what, just because it's, you think seasonal and wreath, that you have to have a Christmas wreath? Oh no. By golly, there's the Easter wreaths with bunnies bouncing in through the door. Yes, sirree. I've seen shamrocks and leprechauns. I've seen all kinds of them on her page. So why don't you just pop on over to Seasonal Wreaths by Jamie and take a peruse at her page. That's on Facebook. All right. Well, all righty then. Let's see. How about some songs by a feller named Jimmy Driftwood? Had a conversation a few minutes ago about with a friend of mine about Jimmy Driftwood, because, well, I'll tell you some stories about her here in a second after I cut a couple of songs out of here for you. I'm going to do the best I can with them. Well, back in about 1825, I left Tennessee very much alive. Never would have got through the Arkansas mud if it hadn't been riding that Tennessee stud. I had some trouble with my sweetheart's pa. One of her brothers and her was a bad outlaw. I sent her a letter by my Uncle Fudd. I rode away on the Tennessee stud. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never were a horse like the Tennessee stud. We drifted on down into no man's land. We crossed that river called the Rio Grande. I raced my horse with a spiral fat foal until I got me a skin full of silver and gold. Me and a gambler couldn't agree. We got in a fight over Tennessee. Well, we charged our guns and he fell with a thud, and I got away on a Tennessee stud. Well, I got just as lonesome as a man could be, dreaming about my gal in Tennessee. Well, the Tennessee stud's green eyes turned blue, 'cause he was dreaming about his sweetheart too. We loped across to Arkansas. I whipped her brother and I whipped her pa. I found that girl with the golden hair, and she was riding on a Tennessee mare. The Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there never were a horse like the Tennessee stud. Stirrup to stirrup and side by side, we crossed the mountains and the valleys wide. We came to the big muddy and we forded that flood on the Tennessee mare and the Tennessee stud. Now I've got a little baby on the cabin floor, a little horsey coat playing around that door. And I love the gal with the golden hair, and the Tennessee stud loves the Tennessee mare. Tennessee stud was long and lean, the color of the sun, and his eyes were green. He had the nerve and he had the blood, and there ain't ever were a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Yeah, there ain't never been a horse like the Tennessee Stud. Now, what brought it up was she brought up a song that was made big by Johnny Horton, but it was definitely a Jimmy Driftwood song. He done the writings on it. Let's put it that way. And well, we're gonna give it a shot. In 1814, we took a little trip along the Colonel Jackson down the mighty Mississippi. We took a little bacon and we took a little beans, and we caught the bloody British in a town called New Orleans. We fired our guns and the British kept a-comin'. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began a-running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, we looked down the river and we seed the British come, and there must have been 100 of 'em beating on a drum. They stepped so high that they made their bugles ring, and we stood behind our cotton bales until they didn't say a thing. Well, we fired our guns and the British kept a-comin'. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began a-running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Well, old Hickory said we could take 'em by surprise if we didn't fire our muskets till we looked 'em in the eyes. Well, we held our fire till we seed their faces well, and then we opened up our squirrel guns and gave 'em we really gave 'em. Well, we fired our guns and the British kept a-comin'. They wasn't as many as they was a while ago. We fired once more and they began a-running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran so fast that they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles. They ran through the place bushes where the rabbits couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch 'em on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Go. Well, we fired our cannons till the barrels melted down. So we grabbed an alligator and we fought another round. We filled his head with cannonballs and powdered his behind. And when we touched that powder off, well, the gator lost his mind. Well, we fired our guns and the British kept a-comin'. There wasn't as many as there was a while ago. We fired once more and they began a-running on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. Yeah, they ran through the briars and they ran through the brambles. They ran through the bushes where the rabbits couldn't go. They ran so fast that the hounds couldn't catch 'em on down the Mississippi to the Gulf of Mexico. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound off. 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Sound off. 3, 4. I only made it out to Jimmy's house one time, and that time was the most amazing time. First off, you go over to a little place there in Mountain View, Arkansas, and there's a place over there called the Barn, and it's Jimmy Driftwood's barn, and it's also the county seat. No, not the county seat. What is it called? I think it's not their history museum. Something about the barn. Let me check it out. Jimmy Driftwood Barn, Mountain View, Arkansas. Okay. We are mountains who traveled to North Arkansas for some early season fly fishing. The Jimmy Driftwood Music Barn. Just another word. Press site. What? I don't get it. Where is it at? Barn photos and home page. That's us. The Jimmy Driftwood Barn photo page. Performance Art Theater is what it is. and I thought it was something else, but anyway, there's old Jimmy right there. And all kinds of folks end up down there. Anyway, anyway, I other than that, I just didn't. I didn't get to go back again, but I do remember the time when we did go. We was invited down there by some friends of ours called the Crudwigs. Now, Larry and Helen, they had some kids, Paula and David at the time. I don't know if Aaron was around yet or not, but anyway, Paula and David were around, and we all went down there to the barn, and well, at the end of every show down there, Jimmy always says, you know, if you don't have a place to stay, come on out to the house. Me and Cleta would love to have you. And well, you know what? They meant it. Now these are down home folks. When they say come on out to the house, they mean it. Well, we took our camper, or we have a Volkswagen bus camper, and we took it on out there to the house, and we went out there and we sat around the house and we slept, and we sat in the house there for a while around the old fireplace and was sitting there, and you know, you walk into his kitchen and ain't no room to eat in the kitchen. In the kitchen, you go into the kitchen, and I mean, this is a huge kitchen table, but there ain't a place for a plate. Everything, every instrument you could ever think of, good time, old time instrument. I'm talking about dulcimers, I'm talking about mandolins, I'm talking fiddles, banjos, guitars, you name it, he's got it, and it's laying on that thing. Mouth bow, Jew's harp. If you can pick it up and strum it, he's got it laying on that table. And I tell you what, he knows how to play each and every one of them. And there's a song that he's written that's got each and every one of them in it. I mean, like, pick it down, pick it down, pick it down, that would be that mouth bow sound. And then it'd be like, run, Johnny, run. The Federals get you, run, Johnny, run. You gotta get away. Well, Johnny woke up at the break of dawn. He thought he heard his grandpa say, run, Johnny, run. Federals get you, run, Johnny, run. You gotta get away. You know, and it's, I mean, songs like that, and he just pick up a mouth bow, and of course the mouth bow is all brown and nasty because, well, somebody at some point in time had been chewing tobacco when they played it, and it all run down the back of that bow, and, well, there you go. It just looked like it was nothing but a big gloppy mess. But anyway, it was just fun times. I mean, I remember it as though it were yesterday. And then in the morning we got up and we went out there to the fields where Jimmy had, you know, all his, he had a bunch of pasture land and the cows and everything. And so we went on up on the hill there, and top of the hill, and we was looking around, and you could see so far because that air was just as clear and clean as it could be. There wasn't no smog, no congestion or nothing. Then you come back down the hill there, and it's just incredible. And the guy was just a sweet as pie. He does another song, and I could not find the lyrics for this song. And so what I have done was I've rewritten them as best as I can remember, and I'm feeling obliged to include that right now if I can. Where's it at? Farewell, my Susie gal. If you don't mind, I'm going to try this as best I can. I rewrote the words from memory, and so here we go. Well, I got a wife around here that's got corns on her toes as big as goose eggs, but that don't affect her appetite none. She can eat a dozen of biscuits and a quart of molasses any old sitting down. Oh, Susie licked the ladle and it dined and rocked the cradle and it's farewell, my Susie gal, a goodbye, my honey. I'm sitting in the corner and I guess I'm a goner. It's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. Well, one day we ran out of biscuits and molasses, and so my wife done sent me down to the confectionery to get her some more. But when I got there, I realized I didn't have nothing to carry 'em in except my old hat. Well, I loaded it up and I put it on my head and I headed out the door down the street. Well, pretty soon I felt something come crawling down the side of my face and I took it in and it was good. It was molasses. And then pretty soon I felt something come crawling down the side of my other side of my face, but I didn't take it in because why? It was a fly. Oh, Susie licked the ladle and it dined and rocked the cradle and it's farewell, my Susie gal, a goodbye, my honey. I'm sitting in the corner and I guess I'm a goner. Well, it's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. Well, I got down around the corner there and I saw that bulldog. Well, me and that bulldog, we never did get along all that well. And, well, we went up and down that street and nippity-took. Now, some of you city folks may not know what I mean when I say nippity-took, but that just means that he nipped and he took the whole seat out of my brand new pants. Ah, Susie licked the ladle and it dined and rocked the cradle and farewell, my Susie gal, goodbye, my honey. I'm sitting in a corner and I guess I'm a goner. It's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. Well, me and that bulldog, we was heading down that road a piece further, and then I come up to a big old mud puddle. And, well, I didn't know if I could jump it or not, but I'd heard that you can do anything as long as you've got your confidence with you. Well, I looked back over my shoulder, and I saw that there bulldog a-coming, and I figured I had confidence enough. And so I took a run and I jumped and I landed smack dab in the middle of that there mud puddle. It went plumb up to my ankles. Now you may not think that's very deep, but then again, you don't know which end I landed on. Oh, Lucy licked the ladle and a Dinah rocked the cradle and it's farewell, my Susie gal, goodbye, my honey. I'm sitting in a corner and I guess I'm a goner. It's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. Well, me and my wife, we'd been in this town for a little while, and, well, she opened up a beauty shop and I opened up a barber shop, and we were doing pretty well off, but I didn't think quite well enough, and so I opened up the First National Bank with a crowbar. And they opened up the jailhouse door for me, and, well, I wasn't in there but for 3 days when I broke out with a 7-year itch. Oh, Susie licked the ladle and a Dinah rocked the cradle and it's farewell, my Susie gal, goodbye, my honey. I'm sitting in the corner and I guess I'm a goner. It's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. Well, my mother-in-law, she loved me better than the rest of my brothers-in-law because when she died, she left me a house and a lot, a dog house, and a lot of pups. Oh, yes, oh, well, Susie licked the ladle and Dinah rocked the cradle and it's farewell, my Susie gal, goodbye, my honey. I'm sitting in a corner and I guess I'm a goner. It's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. I said it's farewell, my Susie gal, I'm gone. All right, there was a few words up in there that was missing, and I had to ad-lib them and throw them back in because, well, I remembered them while I was doing the song. So there you go. Let's see, where was I? Those are some of the ones that I remembered, and so I just had to throw them in there. Those were brought to you today by Tina's Stimulus Spectacular. Tina's Stimulus Spectacular is inviting you to learn more about lemongrass spa products. That's right, fresh and natural spa products that are free from harmful chemicals and are quite luxurious. Such high quality items that a little bit goes a long way. So go to Tina's Stimulus Spectacular page on Facebook. Alright, well alrighty then. Let's see what else we got going on here. Well, it would be that, but I want one more. Y'all gonna let me do one more? I mean, no, it's not really one more. I can't do the whole song because I don't know the whole song. It's got something to do with straightening out my leg because, well, every now and again, whenever you've been amputated from something and your foot gets to itching, well, you've got a little problem because you can't scratch it because, well, it ain't there to scratch. And he does have another little song called Straighten Out My Leg, and I'm not too familiar with it. I know my daddy is, but I'm not. It kind of goes, it's talking all about this here feller that was running moonshine down a hill, and he wrecked the wagon, and well, when he came off the wagon, it collapsed down over on his leg, and well, they had to cut his leg off, and well, apparently they they buried that leg out there in the middle of the mountains there somewhere, but when they buried it bent, and he couldn't, his leg was always in such severe pain, and he'd be singing, straighten out my leg, oh goodness howdy boys, can't you straighten out my leg, dig it up from where it's been buried, and straighten out my leg, praise Lord, please straighten out my leg, something like that. I don't remember exactly. That's not the one I was going to do, though. It was going to be something more on the lines of, I just can't think of it. That's all right. Some other time, some other time. All right, Dinah, I'm sorry. I just had to keep going. I get interested whenever I get into Jimmy Driftwood. I just can't help it. All right. Anyway, hey, today it's time for our, that burnt up all our story time for today. So it looks like we're going to do our Daily Bread portion of the program. And our Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be Safety Ashore. The Daily Bread portion of the program is going to be brought to you today by The Bible with Briscoe 2021. The Bible with Briscoe 2021 is a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Today's daily reading is going to be 1 Chronicles 13 through 15 and John 7, 1 through 27. So, don't forget to tune into the Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. Alright, Safety Ashore, and the reading for today is going to be Psalms 139, 7 through 12. And so, without further ado, where can I go from your spirit? Where can I flee from your presence? If I go up to the heavens, you are there. If I make my bed in the depths, you are there. If I rise on the wings of the dawn, if I settle on the far side of the sea, even there your hand will guide me, and your right hand will hold me fast. If I say, surely the darkness will hide me, and the light becomes night around me, even the darkness will not be dark to you, and the night will shine like the day, for darkness is as light to you. And there you have it. Safety ashore. Always safe. Forever and evermore. As long as you know Jesus, you've got safety, my friends. And you can be safe and know it. Okay, here we go. That there was the Daily Bread portion of the program brought to you today by the Bible with Briscoe 2021, a daily reading of the Bible to be completed within 1 year. Do not forget to tune in each and every day to the Bible with Briscoe 2021 for your daily reading of the Bible. All right, hey, that looks like the end of it for me. I am going to sing one more song for you, though, and that would be, well, goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I said goodbye, my friends, it's time to go. I hate to leave you, but I really must go. So goodbye, my friends, goodbye. This here's been Shenandoah Briscoe saying hello and how are ya? Thanks for tuning in to the Shen Show, and as always, you know, God loves you and so do I, so come back and see me tomorrow, because, well, I'll be here, and I hope that you are too.